When my wife and I bought our home, we thought we were buying peace. A quiet suburban neighborhood, tree-lined streets, a backyard where our kids could play. But peace ended the moment the HOA president, Mr. Collins, came knocking with his clipboard. It started small, a warning letter because the grass was half an inch too tall. A fine because our trash cans weren't pulled in fast enough. Then a notice about our American flag, saying it was too large for HOA standards. Each time, I tried to be civil. I wrote polite responses, asked for meetings, and even attended the HOA board gatherings. But the president wasn't interested in fairness. He wanted control. The breaking point came one morning when I received a violation letter for something outrageous. Unapproved vehicle in the driveway. The vehicle, my wife's patrol car. My wife, Jenna, is a decorated police officer. She's served this city for nearly a decade, putting her life on the line every day. Her squad car sometimes came home when she was on call or between shifts. But to the HOA, it was an eyesore. They didn't care it was an official vehicle, they wanted it hidden like it was shameful. I called the HOA office, furious. "This is harassment," I said. "That's a service vehicle. My wife's a police officer." Mr. Collins chuckled coldly. "Rules are rules, no exceptions." I knew then this wasn't about grass or trash cans. It was about power. And I wasn't going to let him disrespect my wife's service. I began speaking to neighbors, and many whispered the same thing: they too had been unfairly fined, bullied, or silenced. The HOA thrived on fear. Most just paid up to avoid conflict. But I decided I wouldn't bow. I filed formal complaints, demanded records, and even threatened legal action. That's when things escalated. One evening, while my kids were eating dinner, I saw flashing lights outside. 3 police cruisers pulled up. My heart dropped. A knock rattled the door. When I opened it, 3 officers stood there, hands resting near their holsters. "Sir," one of them said, "we received a report from the HOA about aggressive behavior and threats. We need to talk." I couldn't believe it. The HOA had actually called the police on me. My kids peeked from the hallway, eyes wide with fear. I raised my hands slightly to show I meant no harm. "Officers, this is a misunderstanding," I said calmly. "The HOA president has been targeting me, and now he's wasting your time." They didn't look convinced. I could feel the weight of suspicion in their stares. Then, before I could say another word, footsteps echoed behind me. My wife stepped out from the hallway, still in her work uniform, badge glinting under the porch light. Her presence filled the space with authority. "Officers," she said firmly, "what seems to be the problem here?" The transformation on their faces was instant. The tension drained. Their eyes widened in recognition. One of them even stammered, "Officer Miller. We didn't realize." Jonna crossed her arms. "You didn't realize this is my home, that your fellow officer lives here, that this complaint is just HOA harassment." Silence. The officers glanced at each other, embarrassed. They had been manipulated into intimidating an innocent family. The lead officer finally cleared his throat. "Mom, with all respect, we'll close this call. Sorry for the disturbance."
Jenna nodded sharply.
But make sure this goes on record. The HOA is abusing law enforcement resources. That's a serious issue." They left quickly, and I watched them retreat, shoulders slumped. My wife turned to me, her eyes blazing. "They thought they could scare us?" she said. "They picked the wrong family." The next day, word spread like wildfire. Neighbors whispered about how the cops had shown up but left humbled. The HOA board had lost its weapon of fear. People who had been silent finally started speaking up. Complaints poured in against Mr. Collins. At the next HOA meeting, instead of facing a timid crowd, he faced a room full of angry homeowners demanding accountability. When Jenna walked into that meeting, still in her uniform after a shift, the board members fell quiet. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't have to. Her presence alone carried the weight of truth and respect. "We're done being bullied," she said. You serve this community, not the other way around. The board crumbled. Collins resigned within weeks. New elections were held, and for the first time, the HOA truly represented the homeowners. That night, after the meeting, neighbors came to thank us. Some admitted they had thought about moving, others confessed they'd been paying hundreds in bogus fines. But now, they felt hope. Sitting on the porch with Jenna, I realized something powerful: standing up to bullies isn't just about you. It's about everyone who feels too small to fight back. And sometimes, all it takes is one moment. One person walking out in uniform, to remind everyone what true authority looks like.